Welcome back to another live trading session here on the S&P 500 E-mini futures. It's currently Wednesday, August 20th, and we're going to go ahead and see what happens on this swing trade here. As you can see, we were kind of ranging here, and then we had an overshoot towards the top that led to an overshoot towards the bottom, and now it looks like we're hopping back inside. So it's leading me to believe we're going to actually go to the highs again here. Risk to reward is a very good trade. We're risking about 60 bucks to make about 700 here. They're definitely fighting it out. Buyers and sellers are fighting it out right here. One's gonna win. Either the buyers or the sellers. You want to buy the lows and sell the highs when it comes to a range like this here. Now, prices break below our higher low, which is this signal bar here. We were wrong, and I mean sometimes that happens, but you gotta minimize those wrong decisions. And technically, we could get stopped out here. This is an overall downtrend. You can see this here. Big downtrend. This is the break, and we could attempt for a new low here. But we also had this uptrend here that had a break and no retest of the high. So this is what I'm playing here right now. This is what I'm betting on, that we're going to attempt a retest of the high here, of the most recent high. But just to be safe, I'll get out right here. I'll get out a little sooner. So I think the buyers are going to win here. We're definitely testing that resistance multiple times here. This is what I want to see. I want to see momentum, just like when we overshot this range here. You can see the momentum shifted quickly. And I actually took this failure here just for 2 points, just to watch it go for another 7 or more actually. But now that I know that this is a range here and we just overshot the bottom, we could potentially head back up to the highs again. You can see why I went long. This is a major downtrend that had an overshoot, which led to a break. But you can see the break was in a form of this strong leg here. That's one massive leg right there. So you can measure that one, which is this measured leg here, and put it at the retracement, at the furthest of the retracement, and you can expect the measure move. So the moves around this area. So you gotta just chill and wait sometimes, because this could trap a lot of sellers here thinking we're gonna attempt a new low. But this is such a big move that it's leading me to believe that we're gonna retrace much further before we resell again. You can see the market gave you three options here. First is your higher low here. You can see we're coming from the bottom, and then this would be your higher low right here, which is where I went in. And then if you weren't in the trade, you can wait for the failed second entry short, which is, this is a new swing low, lower than this swing low. So you would reset the count and then start all over. So first entry short, and then second entry short. So a break above this bar here, this bearish bar, would trigger a failed second entry short. So you could have gone long there, and then if you didn't go on that one, you can go on the higher low or the confirmation of the failure right here. So it gave you three options, which is pretty cool. Thinking I might take my profits here. This is a downtrend, so we might not even make the new high. That's the only concern there is right now. But we could push above that bearish bar. We'll be in the money. Let's see what's going on here. Cash out all the way to the bank. Let's go. Show me the money. We'll give it one tick. See if the market's being generous today. Oh shit. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over this trade and wrap up the day. So we started off as a downtrend here. You can see it's a pretty good sell-off. Pretty nice channel working down. And then we had this break here. This is the first break and a attempt for a new low here. You can see they tried right here and then bounced off of this channel working up. This was actually the confirmation of the channel working up. So you can see this is a massive leg here, massive push up. So you can expect another leg just like that before we start selling off. So you don't want to sell off just right away as soon as the prices break the channel, and put your target all the way down here. You wouldn't want to do that. And if you are trying to sell after the break, you would wait for something like this. This is a nice setup here. You know, you can see that we had a channel working up, and then the first break here, and then one leg tracement, another leg to a new high. So potentially this channel had already played out. Now you have to wait for confirmation, which is this is your lower high. You know, this is basically like a triple test, nice signal bar. You just want to get 2 points out of it, maybe a little more, but I wouldn't want to push it because this is a massive push up here, and it could potentially just be retracing just to make another leg just like that. And instead we went into this channel here, this upward channel, and you can see that we started chopping here, almost like a range, basically a range here, and then we overshot it, which led me to believe we were gonna come and overshoot the bottom, which is my first trade was right here. I actually shorted here. You can see we had a double top here, matching highs. So you would reset the count from here, first entry long, and then second entry long when prices broke above this bar here. So if prices break below this bar here, it's a failed second entry long. But it's aggressive. Why is it aggressive? Check it out. You're going short right into freaking support. You can see it's tested multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be the seventh time. I mean, the more you test the support or resistance, the likely it's gonna break it. So this is exactly what happened. I just went for 2 points, and it went for much more than that. Now the second trade, you can see this channel, this downward channel working down, and the break, and then one leg, two legs, three legs to a new low, and it played out. So this trade is kind of hard to actually take, because when you see this massive downward channel, you basically want to sell in your mind when you're starting out. But as you get more experience with price action, you can tell this yellow channel was played out. Even this micro one played out. Everything's very important. The whole context of the chart is important. So even bar by bar is important. So if you become really skilled, you can take these types of trades here. So this is where I went long here. You can see all this was played out, and then this was also like a range structure. So in a range structure, rules say you buy the lows and you sell the highs, which is exactly what I did. You could have taken this one here. This is a pretty good setup as well. Such a low risk, but I like to have a little more confirmation, which is this impulsive move here, and then you can see it tested the support here with this higher low, and it rejected nicely. So I went long there just to watch it range a little bit, or chop sideways and then take off. Really nice trade. It's just you're gonna have to sweat a little bit, sweat some bullets, as they say. But I mean, the risk was so small, like 62 bucks, which is awesome. And if you weren't in this trade here, you could have taken the failed second entry short, which is this is a new swing low, lower than this one. So you would reset the count starting from here. First entry short, second entry short. So when prices break above this bearish bar here, that's a failed second entry short. Your first target would be this resistance here. But since we haven't made a retest of the most recent swing high, the highest point in the market, you could actually go for a bigger target here. But you'll learn that with experience, with time and experience, you'll become really good. So see, right now we have a channel working up, break, and a new high in place already. So this uptrend could potentially be played out, and then we could start continuing the downtrend. But that's it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the day. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.